Hello and welcome to another edition of Tome Talk, where we talk about all the interesting and cool things that are found in the just and true ancient tome of musical mysteries that only the chosen few may unleash on the world, and you have a copy. So today we're going to talk about how to practice. But before we do that, I have another question for you. What do you call a deer with no eyes? I have no idea. When you begin a training session, there are 4 things that you want to focus on to make sure that it's an effective training session or practice session that's really worth your time and that's going to end up being fun and is going to help you be successful. And that is goals, repetition, analysis, and evaluation. So let's talk about those things. First of all, goals, okay? Now, goals has to do with your heart and your mind. So you need to set goals that you can achieve, and you need to be kind of realistic about those things. I know my son, when he was growing up, would play chess against the computer, and the computer seemed to always beat him. Now he was like 9 years old at the time, and he used to get so frustrated. And we had to kind of talk about, well, it's kind of hard to beat the computer. You need to learn from the computer so you can get better. So we had to kind of adjust his goals, and that's the same thing with learning a brand new instrument. You're not going to be able to play Star Wars within a week. You're going to have to learn some things kind of slowly, and you're going to have to be very intentional about following what we do in class, and then learning those things kind of at a reasonable pace. So set a goal that is reasonable. You're going to have to use your mind. You're going to have to really think about, okay, what is a good goal for me? You're going to have to think, what did we learn in class? And then what am I going to do at home during my training session? So if we don't do it in class, you probably shouldn't try and do a whole lot of it at home when you're practicing either. You need to kind of follow along what the class is doing. So those are some good things. Next, you're going to go to repetition. Okay, so repetition is how you train your mind and your body. So if you're an athlete and you're learning to play tennis, well, you practice your serves and you throw the ball up and you hit it with the racket over and over and over till you train your body to do that. Or if you're a basketball player and you're working on your free throws, you get to where you're standing at the line and you do the exact same physical motion every time. If you're a volleyball player, you practice your serve. You just do those things over and over and over till you move from new to normal to natural with that physical skill. Well, playing an instrument's the exact same way. So repetition sometimes can seem like it's a little bit boring, but not if you use your mind. If you engage your brain and you really think about what you're doing, you can make repetition just as fun as anything else in your practice time. Okay? Last thing is analysis and evaluation, and those happen more in your mind rather than your body. So you play something, and then you ask yourself a set of questions like, how did I do? But you got to be more specific. How was that one note? How was that one phrase? Okay, did I play loud enough? Did I play soft enough? Did I play as fast as I want to play it? There's a whole bunch of kind of questions you can ask. So you first start by analyzing, and then you evaluate it. Well, if I didn't play it the way I wanted to, why not? What do I change? So I didn't play it fast enough. Well, I only had my metronome set at 60. So let me move my metronome up to 80 and then I'll play it faster. Or I forgot, they said to take a real big breath before I started so I could last, until I needed to take another breath. I forgot to do that. So this time I'm going to do that. So you ask yourself questions. You analyze, how did it go? And then evaluate, what am I going to do about it? Sometimes when you analyze, you're happy with what you did. You shoot that free throw and it goes in. Well, the analysis is, well, I did it exactly right. So the evaluation does, I need to do that again. So that's going to happen sometimes when you are analyzing and evaluating your own practice as well. So those are some of the big things. Remember that practice is taking something you can't do and working on it until you can do it. That's kind of a good definition of practice. Taking something you can't do and working on it until you can do it. So the setting the goals, having the repetition, and then analyzing and evaluating in between each repetition is how you're going to make your practice sessions really effective. So that's a big part. And here's another thing I want you to think about, that people who succeed do what the other people don't want to do. Okay? People who succeed, people who win, do what people who don't win and don't succeed, they didn't want to do it. So they wake up one day and, oh, I don't want to practice today. The winner says, but I'm going to practice anyway because that's what I need to do. The one who doesn't do so well is going to say, I'll take today off. I didn't really feel like it. I'd rather watch my TV show. I'd rather watch, play my video game. So the one who wins is the one who does what the other guy didn't want to do. So those are some other things to think about with practice. So hopefully that helped you with how to practice. Set your goals, repeat, do repetition, but use your brain. Analyze it, evaluate it. How did it go? What am I going to do about it? All right, so you guys have a really good day, and I'll see you next time on Tome Talk.